What happened to the smartest kid in your class? Everyone knew Daniel was going to be something big. Like seriously, this guy had a 4.0 GPA since 7th grade and never even tried. While the rest of us were cramming for tests the night before, Daniel would just sit there reading random books about quantum physics or whatever. Our teachers would literally use him as an example in front of other classes. This is what dedication looks like, they'd say, pointing at Daniel sitting in the front row with his perfect posture and color-coded notebooks. He was captain of the debate team, won every single science fair since freshman year, and honestly made the rest of us look like idiots. I remember in chemistry class, our teacher would ask these impossible questions just to watch Daniel answer them. The rest of us would sit there like deer in headlights while Daniel explained molecular structures like he was talking about the weather. Senior year came around and everyone was talking about college. Most of us were stressed about getting into decent schools. But Daniel? Dude got a full-ride scholarship to Princeton. Yeah, Princeton. The guidance counselor literally made an announcement about it. First student in school history, she said, beaming like it was her own kid. Graduation day finally rolled around. Daniel's name was printed first on the program as valedictorian, obviously. His speech was supposed to be about persistence and hard work. The whole auditorium was packed. Parents, grandparents, teachers, even people from the local newspaper ready to take pictures of our golden boy. Principal Johnson called his name to the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, your valedictorian Daniel Williams. The crowd started clapping. Daniel stood up from his seat in the front row, straightened his cap, and started walking toward the microphone. Everyone was expecting this inspiring speech about following your dreams and working hard, but then he just stopped. Right there in front of the podium, he paused, looked out at all of us, then turned around and walked straight toward the exit doors. At first, people thought it was some kind of joke, like maybe he forgot something or had stage fright, but he kept walking, pushed open those heavy auditorium doors and just disappeared. The whispers started immediately. What's wrong with him? Is he sick? Did he have a panic attack? Principal Johnson tried to play it off, saying Daniel wasn't feeling well and they'd reschedule his speech. But you could tell everyone was confused as hell. After graduation, nobody really knew what happened. Daniel just vanished. Didn't show up to grad parties, didn't post anything on social media. It was like he fell off the face of the earth. Some people said he had a nervous breakdown from all the pressure. Others thought he was protesting something. Then, about a month later, my friend Jake, who worked at the grocery store downtown, told me something that made my stomach drop. He said Daniel had been working there for over a year, during lunch periods and after school. Not just working, taking extra shifts, covering for people, staying late every single night. That's when the truth started coming out. Daniel's mom had been battling cancer for the past 2 years, stage 4. She was getting treatments at the hospital 3 towns over, and their insurance barely covered anything. Daniel's dad had left when the diagnosis came in, just packed up and disappeared one day, leaving Daniel and his mom with a mountain of medical bills. All those times we thought Daniel was just naturally smart and didn't need to study, he was actually pulling all-nighters, not for homework, but to help his mom with treatments and medications. He'd drive her to chemo sessions at 5 in the morning, then rush back to school and pretend everything was normal. During lunch, when we were all hanging out, he was stocking shelves at the grocery store to pay for her medications. The Princeton scholarship? Daniel never even sent in his acceptance letter. He couldn't leave town. His mom needed him, and that perfect GPA he maintained while working and caring for a dying parent? That wasn't just smart, that was superhuman. The reason he walked away from the podium that day was because he couldn't stand up there and talk about persistence and hard work when everyone thought his success came easy. He told Jake later that he felt like a fraud. Here were all these parents and teachers celebrating him as this perfect student, when really he was just a 17-year-old kid trying to keep his mom alive. His mom passed away that August.